If you force me to pick a single favorite mineral, I'm probably going to have to say pyrite. Now, maybe some mineral collectors might roll their eyes after hearing that, but I don't care. I don't think I'll ever get tired of these incredible metallic cubes that nature somehow grows. And it's not just the looks. This one right here is the very first mineral specimen I've ever collected. My parents bought it for me when I was probably 7 years old. But I have to say, I also have a certain sentimental attachment to quartz crystals. I think every summer for as long as I can remember, I've gone camping with my family, and a few miles away from where we would set up camp, there's this little spot in the middle of the woods where we would hunt for quartz crystals. These are probably some of the nicest ones I've found over the years, but I know my cousins definitely found even nicer ones than these. So imagine my surprise when I once read about mineral specimens that have sharp, mirror-bright pyrite combined with prisms of water-clear quartz. This is one of the most striking combinations on planet Earth as far as I'm concerned, and it comes from a legendary American locality, the Spruce Claim in Washington State. Look at these golden cubes combined perfectly with glassy points of quartz. The contrast is simply amazing. Metallic brilliance against almost total transparency. The rock crystal is crystallized silicon dioxide, which has a trigonal crystal system, Mohs hardness of 7, and a vitreous luster. The chemical formula for pyrite is iron disulfide and is also known as fool's gold. It has a cubic crystal system, a Mohs hardness of 6 to 6.5, and a metallic luster. Now, of course, I would never try this on any of my specimens, but when you strike pyrite, you get sparks. It's where we get the name pyrite. It comes from the word pyros, which is Greek for fire. Most people probably have never heard of the Spruce Claim before, but in the mineral world, it's mythical. It sits at almost 3,000 feet on Spruce Ridge in King County, Washington, about 60 miles east of Seattle, high above the middle fork of the Snoqualmie River. As the story goes, big mining companies walked away from the area in the 1950s because there was no commercial ore on the surface. Starting in the 1970s, a small group of hardcore specimen miners realized the cliffs were hiding pockets of world-class quartz and pyrite specimens. From then on, it was specimen-only collecting, one of the only places in the United States that was ever worked purely for collectible minerals. There are stories of collectors hanging off ropes hundreds of feet up, jackhammering pockets while praying the cliff doesn't collapse. And yes, there was even a helicopter crash. If you'd like to read a great history on the locality, I'd highly recommend you check out this book, American Mineral Treasures. There's an entire chapter devoted to the Spruce Claim. And if you ever get the chance, I'd also recommend a presentation from the 2016 Dallas Mineral Collecting Symposium by one of the actual collectors who survived that helicopter incident. The talk is called Herkimer and Spruce Claims, Challenging Localities. Combination pieces like this are why some Spruce Claim specimens sit in the Smithsonian and major private collections. The pyrite cubes are sharp, lustrous, and often perfectly arranged with quartz that's gemmy enough to see straight through. I don't think a combination gets much better than this. Quartz and pyrite individually might both be very common in the ground, but when you see quartz and pyrite combined together like this from the Spruce Claim, I mean, the specimen really does speak for itself. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Jimmy, and thank you for watching Minerals of Beauty. I'll see you next time.